Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for a beautiful, Wednesday today. Nice chilly Wednesday. Now, for all yous that don't know me, the name's Mick. I've put it out there a few times, a few thousand times. I have one arse clown at the moment, well two actually, I blocked one on Facebook that seems to think they know better than the likes of Wayne Glue and Dick Yardley. And the information that we're putting up is not official Australian government legislation, extracts and documents. Well, if it's not official Australian government extracts and documents, what is it? Explain it to me. Seems though people know more than anyone else, hence the reason why I call them Kias, know-it-alls. I don't know everything. Most of us don't. And I wouldn't want to know everything. But when you're supplying the official documentation to prove exactly what these scumbags that call themselves politicians, only purported politicians, as they have no crown and constitutional authority. We're going to get a warning again saying I've got tobacco and drugs and alcohol. Fucking stupid fucks. So, what are we going to look at today? The Queen of Australia. Let's have another poke at the Queen of Australia, shall we? It was created in 1973. Now we can go to the 1988 Constitutional Commission, Bills number 1 and Bills number 2. Bill number 1 states, live restricted for some audiences, contains alcohol, tobacco and drugs. Fucking Nancy's, I tell you. Fuck me. So you can have a look at Bills number 1, which prove that the Australian government still needs a referendum to recognise their paper Queen of Australia, their creation of a paper queen that they created in 1973. Bill number 2 states that they still need a referendum to recognise their Queen of Australia so that senators and members of Parliament can swear their oath to this fictitious queen. With a fictitious queen, who do you think makes the rules? I won't say laws because they're not laws. They have no crown and constitutional authority. It's sickening. There's no other word for it. And the amount of people that stick their head back in the sand, maybe it's to not upset their fragile little egos and their fragile little worlds. But Australia is in dire straits. And until we come together as a people, this shit show of a circus that calls itself the Australian government is going to continue with its extortion rates. If we sit back and have a look at the timeline that Dick wrote out, which is up online, we can see when these criminals created their acts for local government to extort money, funds, whatever you want to call it, out of the people. Now, if we were smart enough, and I believe most people are, the most of them are a lot smarter than me, but you need to have that critical thinking at the same time. You need to be able to sit down and look outside the box. Now, we have police in this country that believe they're police. They don't have a warrant card. Most people would never even heard of a warrant card. And I know the police, the pigs, the mercenaries, most of them don't even know what a warrant card is. And I've asked them. We have been led down a garden path to support these purported politicians that think they're celebrities, while the rest of us struggle and strive to get through life. These deceitful individuals are milking every single Australian and the country and selling us out. It's a fact, unfortunately. So I do believe we live in really good times, and it's going to get a lot better. But if there's any questions, guys, I better put these on so I can see. If there's any questions, shoot them at me. I'm just sitting here having a coffee, just trying to think of other bits and pieces that I might have left out. What else, Spain? There was something else. I can't remember what it was. But on a few of the other platforms, I found that TikTok is the most intelligent group of people. They are, I believe, TikTok holds most of the free thinkers. As on Facebook, we get a lot of good comments. We get a lot of good threats. The last one, he said that this information is not official Australian government legislation, documents and extracts. And then I ended up blocking him because I only give him so long now. I'm not going to waste time on somebody that can't accept the facts of what they're looking at. And then the next bloke comes in and he goes, "Oh, you're a cunt." No. We know what they are. They're useful. I'm not useful. I'm an arsehole. I've been turned into an arsehole by what the Australian government and their corporate extortion racket has done to myself and my family. So yes, I am an arsehole. But I'm a nice arsehole sometimes. But if I get me back up, I get it up for a reason. I don't just go off the handle just for no reason. There is always a reason why I put my back up. Which I suppose is the same for anyone. There's only so much one can take. So I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did, but I don't. But there's got to be some way to get through to the people, so they wake the fuck up and see that they don't own anything anymore. We don't own our property. We don't own ourselves. We don't own our cars. We don't own our children because of these deceitful political parties. If someone can prove it wrong with the facts, bring it to the table. But unfortunately, through my research and my journey, I haven't been able to find the facts to prove it wrong. So hopefully someone's got more brains than me and can. But I doubt it. Because the two men that I rely upon, by the name of Dick Yardley and Wayne Blue, have spent their life researching and learning this information. I'm trying my hardest to get to know everything I possibly can about the research of Dick Yardley, because I honestly believe this is the answer. With no crown and constitutional authority, These maggots that call themselves politicians have committed treason and high treason and need to be held accountable for the crimes that they are all committing, and they all know. What's that? Nothing? I've been blessed in a way that I've been able to have the time to be able to sit down and research this information, but with a screwed up body, I can't really do much about it. But I can try and help educate the rest of my Australian brothers and sisters to the fraud, the treason, treachery and sabotage of the Australian government. AJ, wake up Australia. Yes, please. Yes, please. Unfortunately, it's not just Australia. There is a gentleman in Canada that I came across a few months, well, probably 12 months ago, that has done the identical research as what Dick Yardley has done, but he's done it for Canada. I'm slowly going through my history on YouTube to find the video again. I have shared it previously. I sent it to Dick and I contacted the gentleman, but unfortunately the gentleman never reached out to Dick. So I believe that two brains are smarter than one, as Dick has told me also. And if we can't work together as a people, how do we expect to overcome the crimes that have been committed against all of us? We all have the same goal. If we move forward on the facts, it cannot be disputed. There was something else I was thinking about last night, but I can't remember what it was. When it comes back to me, I'll flick it on a live and put the video up again anyway. I don't know. I can't remember. There's too much information in this little fucking pea brain of mine. What do you reckon, boss? What's next? Nothing? Okay, start asking these purported politicians to prove this information wrong. Ask them about their paper queen of Australia. Ask them about the fraudulent copies of seals. Watch how they squirm. Watch how they deceive and run away. We've got all the evidence and they think this is going to go away. No. Too many people have been hurt by the Australian government. Too many people have lost their homes from the Australian government. Too many people have lost their lives from the Australian government. This is not right. This is immoral. There's no ethics behind the Australian government at all, except for evil. I don't know how long it'll be before they come and get me, but that's fine, because I've done what I've had to do. I've got the information out there, so it's all in the videos. If you really want to learn Dick's research, we started out on Whereas the People on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble and Odyssey. It was going great guns, and then all of a sudden, because of the censorship, it just went. So, yeah, I was about to give up the ghost, but my son suggested that I try TikTok, and TikTok is where I believe the people are, the people that know what's going on, and I take my hat off to all you people. You are the answer as well. We all know. We all have the answers. We just need to stand on the facts. And that's one beautiful thing that I believe from Wayne Glue and Dick Yardley. They speak the truth, and they speak it with backed up evidence. So until we come together as a people, I don't think there's much is going to change. Albanese is using Apple to censor us. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it either, Phil. He's a maggot. I prefer to call him anal. That's me. But so many people have asked these people questions, or these purported politicians questions, and they just ignore us. They think they know. They think they're celebrities. I never wanted to be this celebrity. And I don't want to be a celebrity. I never wanted to poke my head up out of the grass. But circumstances have forced me to be able to learn this and have to stand up. And with what WorkCover has done at the end of last year by overriding professional medical advice without a court order, well, there goes your separation of powers. It means now they are dictators, and they are dictating to the people how your life is going to be controlled by them. Now, I done the right thing, and I thought I'd take it to the Ombudsman. So the Ombudsman gets the complaint and forwards it straight back to EML, WorkCover. WorkCover then sends us an email with a big spiel of fraud and deception, covered with lies, incorrect dates, and, well, we've already paid you $4,000. You owe me fucking nearly $8,000 fucking dollars. That's how long that I've been paying for my own medications because of the fuck around of these arseholes. I'm only on a pension, a disability pension. I've been forced onto a disability pension because that's how I used to work, with me hands. I would have loved nothing more than to go back to work. Sitting around is not good. It's definitely not good for up here either. But they replied, my wife wrote out a nice big spiel for them with all the evidence, and they just come back again and said, no, the case is closed. How can WorkCover close a case that's been sent to the Ombudsman? Now, if you ring the Ombudsman, I haven't got the number on me, but if you ring the Ombudsman, it rings out and then it cuts out at the end and says, we're having technical difficulties. And that's all you get. You never get to talk to anyone. The whole system stinks. And for those people that have still got their head in the sand, they're the ones that I'm trying to reach, like the rest of us, to show them the light, show them what has really transpired behind their backs. So, how can premiers, all the premiers of every state, and the Prime Minister, where neither of them have an office under the Constitution Act, dictate behind closed doors and change things to suit themselves? That is treason. And when treason comes out, I will be the first one in line, like the rest of us, ready to have a swing on that bloody fucking handle. But I won't be letting it go nice and easy. I want some sort of mechanism so I can wind it up and down. I believe that they can have some pain, like I've been suffering chronic pain for the last 15 years. Let them see how it feels. I don't know what else to say, people. It's just... What do you think, boss? Oh, no, fucking hell. Take that off, I think. Don't look at me like that. That's another thing that I go through, is just fucking constant sweat. There's nothing wrong with me. Fucking idiots. Down in Victoria, when I first got injured, work cover sent me to a heap of doctors. One particular doctor in Melbourne, Dr. Peter Batley. And down in Melbourne, I was a lot worse than I am at this present stage, because I got a nerve stimulator on my spine and fucking drugs and whatever else. And it was what was the temperature, babe, on that day? 3 degrees on that day. I had my daughter and my son with me, and we noticed some bloke following us on the tram. So we got off at the tram stop, and he got off, so we got back on. And just as he got back on, just as the doors were shutting, I threw me kids and myself off the tram and waved at him as he was going down the road. Now, once I got into Peter Batley's office, he said there's nothing wrong with me and it's all in my head. He said I could go back to full hours, full duties. Well, let's have a look. My 2 kids were there. He said I was there alone. Now, he got paid $5,000 to lie and deceive so as the company could save money. Because if they had admitted that I had nerve damage back in 2010 and forward after the injury, I probably wouldn't be here now. But because they attack your integrity for their payout, so to keep your payout low, and the way they do that is because I got the sack at Holden. No, sorry, it wasn't the sack at Holden, it was a voluntary separation package at Holden. I was there for just over 3 years. I'll put the video up after this live. It's only a short video, I think about 3 minutes. Then I got the sack at Vinidex for refusing to drive a truck that was missing 90% of the bolts that was holding the tray under the chassis. The union done absolutely nothing. The Australian government done absolutely nothing. So you're left to your devices again. So at that point, I was going to destroy the boss. They sent him home because I raced back from Ballarat and I was going to take care of it. Now, what was the next one, Bane? Holden. Then I got a job at SFL, and that's where I was injured. And mind you, I used to work 3 jobs for God knows how long, and 2 jobs at one stage there for how long. I used to drive party buses. That was good. I used to really enjoy driving the party buses. Double-decker buses through Melbourne. That was fun. But got injured at SFL, and that's where my life really took a turn. I never thought that I would end up not being able to walk around, living in pain constantly. The lies and deceit of all these so-called Australians that are perpetrating the treason onto the people of this country. If they think there's going to be no repercussions, what's the matter?
Get in, man.
Get another one? Oh, sorry. I'm only a dumb cunt. The problem I see is that most people aren't hurting enough. We've got a lot of people out there that are hurting enough, but some of us are hurting a little more than others. And I don't say that I'm at the top of the list, because I'm not. There's plenty more people out there in worse condition than me. But at least I can still do certain things. It's not a lot, unfortunately. But I can still get around, I can still talk, I can still wipe my own ass. And it's sad how we are treated as human beings. If I was an animal, I would have been put down. But speaking the truth, a lot of people don't like it. I wonder why. I'm nothing special. I know that. I know where I come from. But I come from Housing Commission. Soon to be in a tent, the way things are going. And if they think I'm going to live in a tent, you got rocks in your fucking head. I know addresses of public servants. And if it comes to it, I will be moving in. There is no doubt about it. So keep perpetrating the treason onto the Australian people. And eventually, someone will do it, whether it's me or someone else. Because we've had enough. I know I have. But, at the moment, just trying to help the people comprehend Dick's research. What is it, mate? So, I suppose that's about it for this morning, guys. When I come up with what I was thinking about last night, I'll come back on a live and do it again. But the information that these two men have put out to us, Dick Yardley and Wayne Glue, and they've lost everything. Do you think that's fair? What would you say if it happened to you? I know most of the people on our channel that follow us, they comprehend. And I'll take my hat off. But these other people out there, it's not hurting them enough. Or they're just too ignorant to want to look at the facts. Oh, don't destroy my little bubble. But anyway, guys, I'll leave you to it. And yeah, what else, I suppose? Just continue on life until it's done. So all the best, guys, and any questions, don't be scared to shoot them out, because the more people that comprehend this information, I believe, the sooner this goes away. And yeah, it can't be soon enough. It's gone on too long. Just remember, in 1999, we voted all the Republic Acts out, and the political parties. And they've continued to push through with their treasonous agenda for their sovereign, independent and federal nation in a geographical sense. It's a strange thing looking at yourself and talking to yourself. It's not something that I'm too keen on. But there's probably a way to make that disappear, but I don't know. I don't want to play with it because I'll probably fuck it. But anyway, guys, all the best, and I'll talk again soon. Cheers, guys.